Entry-level mining information. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and today we're going to talk about where the work is and where the money is for entry-level people. So to start with, we'll continue going through and doing the prices, and then we'll have a chat about where the work is after that. So let's start off with the copper price. It's just under 9,000 US, which makes it $11,762 Australian. So there's still lots of money in copper. Next, we move on to the nickel price, which is 16,255 US, which makes it well over 20,000 Australian. It actually makes it $21,302. Now, because of the high price here, this is why Mincor has unlocked their loan facilities to start some new nickel operations around Kambalda in their open pits that are going to go underground. So this has been on the cards for a while, and they've just opened up the cash facility and they're pressing ahead with it. So again, this is going to be one of the growth areas where people are going to be able to get on as new starters in the nickel mines around Kalgoorlie. Next, if we have a look at the gold price, it's a little bit up on what it was last week. It's still down a lot on what it was 6 months ago, but it's on the rebound at the moment. And again, there's lots of gold mines being reopened, and Mcmahon's has recently been given the contract. It's a 5-year, $650 million contract. If you read through the article, they're going to start that at the beginning of next year. So again, this is not a brand new mine. This is an old mine that they mothballed it in the late 2000s when the gold price went down the hill, and now they're opening it back up again. And this is where a lot of the new starter jobs are going to be, in these mines that are reopening. Next, if we move on to iron ore, we can see the iron ore price is high. However, like I've discussed before, if we have a look at the job ad, and this isn't the job ad that they put up, this is for the Indigenous people and the Torres Strait Islanders. They put 2 job ads up, one standard for anybody and this one at the same time last week, and they've already taken the standard one down, presumably because they've got tens of thousands of applicants for it. Now, what I wanted to have a quick talk about with trainees is that if you do a traineeship in a coal mine or an iron ore mine, especially an iron ore mine, you really have to worry about what you're getting paid, because the story that I get told very often is that BHP doesn't pay their trainees very much at all. That they're lucky to break the $80,000 a year mark, and they're doing 2 and 1, which means that you're on an hourly rate of between $22 and $23 an hour. Whereas where you start with an underground mine, you'd be on close to $35 to $40 an hour on $400 to $500 a day. If you go over to the underground jobs and you type underground in, you can see all the jobs come up, and you don't have to go very far to see the difference in money that they're offering. And there's there's a nipper job down here where they're offering $470 to $500 a day for, and that's obviously just to get somebody in. Now, they'll probably want an experienced person for that, but as I've already discussed, nipper, truck, offsider, and drillers offsider are all entry-level roles for hard rock underground, so that's where you should be looking at that stuff. Now, the other place that people look is coal, and coal is at $90 a tonne at the moment Australian, but I like this page in the mining on Facebook. It's in the mining jobs in the Bowen Basin. These guys are really clued into what's going on in the coal industry, and frequently, or in the last couple of months, they've been putting these type of things up, whereas it's trainee haul truck operators, but if you read into it, the companies only want friends or family of the people living in the area, and the majority of the jobs that have come up, that I've seen come up posted on this group in the last 2 or 3 months, have all been in that vein. So if you've got to know somebody to get your foot through the door, if you're sitting in Brisbane or you're sitting in Sydney and you're thinking about a coal mining job, then I would reassess that and have a look at your gold or your copper and those sort of base metals that are in the west of Queensland, in the west of New South Wales. You've got a much better chance of getting on there. Now, if you want to help your chances of getting in, then have a look at the Intro to Underground Mining, the sponsors DIY training package. It's only $450, teaches you everything that you need to know, and you can come over to the Wall of Fame page and you can read how people have used the knowledge in the course to help themselves get a job. Some people walk into jobs in days, some people take weeks, other people take months. It just all depends on your personal circumstance, but the one thing that all these people got themselves together with was understanding how a hard rock underground mine worked, and that's what got them over the line. So if you want to get into the industry at the moment, the best place that I recommend that you have a look is in the hard rock underground mines around the country. And so that's your gold, nickel, silver, copper, lead, zinc, rare earths, lithium, all those mines all use the same mining method. That's another good reason that the sponsors training is really good, because it doesn't just cover one type of metal. So I hope you found that information helpful, and if you've got any more questions about the industry, please send them through, and if you could like the channel and subscribe. Thank you.